Welcome. This is a product overview of ComplianceForge's Cybersecurity Business Plan, which we call the CBP. Over the next few minutes, we will walk through what it is, what problems it solves, exactly what is included, and the strategic roadmap value it delivers. The CBP is a straightforward solution for a CISO to build a multi-year business plan for the cybersecurity department. It is designed to support CISOs in building a coherent, cybersecurity-specific business plan. It is focused on defining the value delivered by the cybersecurity department to empower the CISO role, and it provides immense time and cost savings with a streamlined approach to cybersecurity business planning. Boards and executives increasingly expect security leaders to justify the program in business terms, not just technical ones. If your CEO or board asked for your cybersecurity strategy, mission, and the value the security function delivers, could you hand them a plan? Or would you be building slides the night before? Articulating that from a blank page is hard, even for seasoned CISOs. The CBP gives you a running start. An editable Microsoft Word template with guidance and examples for your organization's mission, vision, strategy, objectives, SWOT analysis, and value proposition. It gets you roughly 80 to 90% of the way there, and then you tailor it to your organization and priorities. The CBP contains a template and guidance to develop organization-specific mission, vision, strategy, objectives, and more in an editable Microsoft Word format, with examples that you can easily modify for your specific needs. The strategic foundation covers the organizational description, vision, mission, strategy, and SWOT analysis. Defining value covers the definition of success, the value proposition, a department-level elevator pitch, and prioritized objectives. The planning horizons cover the concept of operations, midterm planning, and long-term planning. And the business functions cover the marketing plan, the financial plan, and capability maturity model target definitions. So what exactly is the CBP? The Cybersecurity Business Plan, which some may refer to as a CISO business plan, is a business plan template specifically tailored for a cybersecurity department, designed to support your organization's broader technology and business strategies. It is entirely focused at the CISO level, since it is a department-level planning document. Where most product documentation answers what controls do we have, the CBP answers what is the cybersecurity department strategy, what does it do, where is it heading, and how does it support the broader business. That makes it the CISO-level companion to operational policies and standards. This product is intended for CISOs, cybersecurity directors, IT directors, and CIOs who need a formal departmental business plan but lack the time or in-house experience to build one from scratch. It is also valuable for organizations preparing for board-level cybersecurity reporting, CMMC assessments, or due diligence reviews, where evidence of a defined cybersecurity strategy and roadmap is expected. Customers choose the CBP because they have a need for a timely and cost-effective solution to document their cybersecurity strategy and roadmap. They need to be able to edit the document to their specific needs. They want documentation that is directly linked to best practices, laws, and regulations. And they need an affordable solution. The CBP is a one-time purchase of an editable Microsoft Word-based documentation template. There is no software to install, no agent to deploy, no account to provision, and no cloud environment to configure. If your organization can open and edit Microsoft Word files, the CBP is ready to use. It is delivered as a fully editable Word file, compatible with Word 2016 and newer, Microsoft 365, OpenOffice, LibreOffice, and Google Docs. The template includes built-in styles, tables, and diagrams ready for customization. Documentation is delivered via email download link within 1 to 2 business days of purchase, often the same business day. There is no installer, no license server, and no activation step. And it is a one-time purchase. A single entity license is included, with no recurring subscription requirement, although an optional update subscription is available. This deployment model is intentional. Business planning documentation belongs in your organization's own hands, inside your own version control and document management systems, rather than locked inside a vendor's SaaS tool. Once delivered, this product belongs to you. Cybersecurity leaders face common challenges that the CBP is designed to address, with a defensible, professionally written business plan baseline. The first is a lack of in-house security experience. Writing security documentation is a skill that many good cybersecurity professionals simply are not proficient at. On top of that, writing a cybersecurity-specific business plan is a skill that not many CISOs have experience with, so it is an often outsourced or neglected activity. The second is budget justification. Having a coherent plan is a valuable tool for a CISO to defend budgets, since it enables the CISO to paint a long-term picture for the cybersecurity department and why the investment makes good business sense. And the third is CISO career protection. In cases where a viable business plan is rejected from a funding perspective by senior management, a CISO at least has evidence of appropriate due care on their part. In the event of a breach where the CISO is on the hook for the blame, they can demonstrate how the executives who rejected the recommended practices and funding requests now own that risk. It is a way to pass risk up the chain of command. Being a Microsoft Word document, you have the ability to add, remove, and edit content as needed. ComplianceForge provided an 80 to 90% solution from the perspective of formatting and content, where you merely polish off the specifics that only you would know about your organization and its culture. A mid-sized organization should be able to finalize the CBP in about 5 to 10 hours. The first outcome is clear documentation. The CBP provides comprehensive cybersecurity business planning documentation to prove that your security strategy and roadmap exists. That equates to a time saving of considerable staff time and tens of thousands of dollars in either lost productivity or consultant expenses. And the second is time savings. It is a semi-customized solution that requires minimal resources to fine-tune for your organization's specific needs. Ideally, your organization's CISO is the individual who will edit and finalize the CBP. Fortunately, it is written in a format that can be ghostwritten for the CISO by their subordinates, since planning functions are often delegated. In those instances, it can easily be edited and finalized based on the CISO's existing guidance. It is important to understand that goals are not the same thing as a strategy. It is often the case that there are a lot of good ideas and shopping lists for products and initiatives, but a lack of a formalized strategy to accomplish a set of goals. This is where the CBP is a valuable resource, since it creates a formal cybersecurity strategy and roadmap. So what do you actually receive? The CBP is delivered as an editable Microsoft Word document. Purchase includes a single entity license and the first year of product updates. The main CBP document includes a cover page, document control, scope and applicability, mission statement, SWOT analysis, departmental organizational structure with role definitions, capability maturity targets, a strategic roadmap, and a worked Acme example. The document is structured to be edited section by section. And the SWOT and maturity templates provide a built-in SWOT analysis matrix and capability maturity model target tables aligned to leading practices. The included worked example shows what a mid-size organization's output looks like, end to end. Most cybersecurity documentation products focus on policies, standards, or procedures. The CBP is different. It is the cybersecurity department's business plan, mission, SWOT, maturity targets, organizational structure, and strategic roadmap. That makes it the missing artifact for CISOs who already have policies but need a formal strategy document for board reporting, budget justification, and external due diligence. Now compare that against the two alternatives for obtaining quality cybersecurity documentation. For your internal staff to generate comparable documentation, it would take them an estimated 160 internal staff work hours, which equates to a cost of approximately $6,500 in staff-related expenses. That is about 2 to 3 months of development time, where your senior cybersecurity staff would be diverted from operational duties. If you hire a consultant to generate this documentation, it would take them an estimated 100 consultant work hours, which equates to a cost of approximately $21,500. That is about 2 to 4 weeks of development time for a contractor to provide you with the deliverable. The CBP is approximately 14% of the cost for your internal staff and approximately 7% of the cost for an external consultant to generate equivalent documentation. The plan itself is $2,175. The CBP is a fully editable Microsoft Word document that you can customize for your specific cybersecurity business planning needs. A PDF example on the product page shows the table of contents, so you can see everything the CBP covers. Due to the concise nature of the document, ComplianceForge is limited in what content it can share publicly. So how much work is left for you? Here is the customization process at a glance. ComplianceForge aims for approximately an 80% solution because it is impossible to write a 100% cookie-cutter document that can be equally applied across every organization. Business plans depend on the specific maturity, risk culture, and strategic priorities of your cybersecurity department. ComplianceForge estimates a mid-sized organization should be able to finalize the CBP in approximately 5 to 10 hours of effort. In practice, customization is filling in the blanks, adding your company name and logo, completing the SWOT analysis with organization-specific entries, calibrating capability maturity targets to your actual maturity levels, naming actual role owners, and tailoring the strategic roadmap to your organization's budget cycle and strategic priorities. If you want a hand, ComplianceForge offers optional professional services. They are not required to customize ComplianceForge documentation. The 5-hour bundle may be beneficial for companies that need some guidance on getting started with how to tailor their documentation. The 10-hour bundle is for companies that need additional guidance on tailoring their documentation to meet their compliance requirements. And the 20-hour bundle is for companies that need robust services beyond just 10 hours to assist in tailoring their documentation. Purchased professional service hours expire 120 days, or 4 months, from the time of purchase if unused. Hours are intended to supplement, not replace, your own customization work. There are more reasons to buy. Formal cybersecurity business planning documentation has become a baseline expectation for board reporting, executive due diligence, CMMC assessments, and customer audits. Boards increasingly expect a documented cybersecurity strategy with maturity targets and a roadmap, rather than just operational metrics. Insurance underwriters routinely request evidence of a defined cybersecurity strategy, and prime contractors and large customers ask for evidence of strategic planning capability as part of vendor due diligence. Without a documented business plan, cybersecurity leaders end up rebuilding the narrative for every board meeting, every budget cycle, and every external assessment. The CBP provides a single, defensible artifact that anchors all of those conversations and can be updated annually rather than rewritten from scratch every time. The CBP includes a strategic roadmap structure aligned to capability maturity model targets. For most organizations, the sweet spot is CMM2 to CMM4, with CMM3 as a defensible baseline. The CBP frames cybersecurity initiatives in terms of moving specific functions from current maturity to target maturity, which gives the cybersecurity leader a defensible reference point for budget conversations and gap remediation planning. The roadmap also addresses the negligence threshold concept. Documented practices at CMM2 or above are widely considered the minimum to demonstrate reasonable due care. This framing helps the cybersecurity leader translate technical investment requests into language the CFO, CEO, and board understand. Funding this initiative moves a function from CMM1 to CMM3, which raises the organization above the negligence threshold and reduces residual risk in measurable ways. If you have any questions, please email support@complianceforge.com or call 1-307-241-8740. We've been helping organizations since 2005, and we are always happy to help.